Chill under the breeze. Sip with me. I'll pour it hot, so hot. I'll pour it sweet, so sweet. Spilling his tea, spilling and sipping his tea, spilling and sipping his tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's Yolanda the Greek, feeling great, spilling tea. Have a seat and join me. Sip some tea, unwind with me. Let's grab a snack and talk some smack. I'm your girl, I got your back. I got the news, I got the views. I bet you can't wait, I know you can't wait to sip this tea. Sip this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's Yolanda the Greek, shining bright, set the stage. Hollywood dreams, red carpet scenes, glitter and glow, the secrets I know. Drama with flair, I serve it rare. I got the scoop, I got the proof. I know you can't wait, so come and escape and sip this tea. Sip with me, spilling this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling 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 and sipping this tea. Yolanda the Greek, sip with me. I'll pour it hot, so hot. I'll pour it sweet, so sweet. Spilling this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling and sipping this tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's Yolanda the Greek, feeling great, spilling tea. Have a seat and join me. Sip some tea, unwind with me. Let's grab a snack and talk some smack. I'm your girl, I got your back. I got the news, I got the views. I bet you can't wait, I know you can't wait to sip this tea. Sip this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling this tea.
Let's go, y'all.
Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's Yolanda the Greek, shining bright, set the stage. Hollywood dreams, red carpet scenes, glitter and glow, the secrets I know. Drama with flair, I serve it rare. I got the scoop, I got the proof. I know you can't wait, so come and escape and sip this tea.
Let's go. Get in here, y'all.
Sip with me, spilling this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling 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 and sipping this tea.
Hey, what's up, Diamond Gang? Hey, Marcella. What's up, EJ? Hey, everybody. I'm back. Y'all know we getting ready to go through this deposition. Now, what I did, gang, is I cut it up. You know, they were in there for hours. I'm not going to review the deposition for each of them for hours. We're going to go through some of it, not all of it. but I did pick out some interesting clips that we're going to go through. But we're going to start off with Hillary first. And I'm going to take y'all on a ride. I feel like Hillary crashed out in the deposition. I feel like she was triggered. You know, Bill has taken her through a lot, from the Monica Lewinsky scandal to his illegitimate son by a Black woman. I'm going to bring that up too tonight. I'm going to show y'all who he is. He has a son by a Black woman. Thank you, Marcella. Thank you for sharing. So, yeah, we're going to take a ride, but that's what I think. I think for Bill, boy, I think he shouldn't have done it. That's all I'm going to say. I'll get more into details once we, go clip by clip, but I feel like he should have just, I don't know. All right, I'm going to bring up Hillary first. So let me bring up my screen, y'all. And we're going to get into this. I mean, she crashed out multiple times. Let's go.
As I understand the sequence of events, this committee subpoenaed the Justice Department, as well as the Epstein estate, as well as law enforcement officials from prior administrations, as well as my husband and me. The Justice Department refused to comply, which is what led to the passage by the Congress of the Transparency Act, which then was signed into law. And I think from the very beginning, the behavior of the Attorney General and her staff has demonstrated either a gross incompetence, which is bothersome because they are the keepers of information that should be evaluated for law enforcement purposes, or a clear cover-up because they are protecting the president and others. Either one of those should be the focus of this committee to try to get to the bottom. If they are incompetent and they are incapable of complying with the law that the Congress passed, we need to know that, because they are falling down on the job. They have an FBI director who's more interested in drinking beer in a hockey dressing room after our team won the Olympics.
And here's the thing, Diamond Gang, I can't agree with her anymore. I mean, I definitely agree with her on this. However, watching this deposition, her husband had an extensive relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. There's no way around it. And I'm going to show y'all tonight. There's no way around this.
Rather than being responsive and complying with the law as it has been promulgated. So I don't think it's unfair to say that given the sequencing of the events, starting with the way that President Trump made the release of the files a key element of his 2024 campaign, the promise that he and then his attorney general made.
And let me say this, I believe that Bill is protecting Trump. Yeah, I really do, because at one point he says one thing that contradicts what Trump said happened between him and Epstein, to where he's saying that, Trump never told him anything. So I think that he's doing this for various reasons.
That the files would be released, then a walking back of that as they began to look at the files, an ignoring of what they had promised, including that they had a client list on the desk of the Attorney General. Reasonable people would have to assume they are engaged in a massive cover-up, which is infuriating. As an American, as a citizen, all of us should be, regardless of party, wondering What are they hiding?
And based off of this and her testimony and just looking at her body language, she knows what her husband did. She knows.
And that's why I said in my opening statement, the President of the United States is not above the law and should be in a setting like this answering questions under oath, as should others who are prominently featured in the files.
When your husband was president, it was Lawrence Rockefeller had an effort to try to disclose UFOs, UAPs.
Now, remember, gang, after the deposition, she said that they were in there asking her weird questions. So I decided to pull those weird questions. They asked her about UFOs. They asked her about Pizzagate. So this is what you're going to see next.
When you were running for president, John Podesta publicly stated that you would disclose these files if given the chance, if you had been president. Are you pleased to see that these files may be disclosed finally?
I am pleased. As I say, I think they have to be carefully scrutinized so that no national security information is disclosed. But this is an issue of real importance to so many people. And I think whatever can be disclosed should be disclosed.
And I believe she's saying that because they'll never be fully disclosed, y'all. Y'all know that.
Was there a program that specifically that was referencing that you were aware of?
I was not. As you mentioned, John Podesta, who was one of my advisors, was deeply interested in the issue. And if I had been elected, I certainly would have listened to his advice.
Well, thank you for indulgence on that.
2017 speeches and interviews. You described
Here's the second weird question. This is about Pizzagate, y'all.
Pizzagate as a baseless conspiracy theory, alleging you and others ran a child sex trafficking ring.
Which, if you look through the Epstein files, that's all they talk about is pizza.
From a Washington pizzeria basement. Have you reviewed any 2025-2026 Epstein files that were released that you believe reference or relate to those specific 2016 claims regarding the Podesta emails, Comet Ping Pong Pizza used as code possibly?
I'm sorry, you're asking her about whether she's reviewed emails in the Epstein files which relate to the wacky Pizzagate scandal.
You could characterize it however you want. I just would like to know if she's familiar with any of them.
So excuse me, your question is about whether or not she has reviewed any emails.
Look at her body language, y'all.
Emails in the Epstein release files about Pizzagate.
Correct.
Pizzagate was totally made up. It was an outrageous allegation.
Put a one in the chat. I don't believe Pizzagate was made up. I don't. I believe it's the real thing. I really do. And based off of the Epstein files and those conversations, I believe it.
That ended up hurting a number of people, that caused a deranged young man to show up with his assault rifle and shoot up a local pizzeria. I can't believe you're even referencing it. You should be.
There are connections to the language.
Well, the QAnon people believe there are. So
I don't know what QAnon
people believe. Have at it.
But you've accused certain parties, and I think even right now today, of promoting slow walking or information in ways that fuels conspiracies. In your view, did any Epstein Maxwell related investigations or file handling pre or post 2019 contribute to or intersect with the spread of Pizzagate style theories about Democrat figures?
Objection.
I have no way of answering. That is the most
speculation.
Ridiculously.
And don't get me wrong, I do believe Hillary knew everything that her husband was doing. I believe that they had an agreement. And she said, just don't get out there and embarrass me. And he has. Like I said, the Monica Lewinsky scandal, this mess with Jeffrey Epstein, his illegitimate black son that I'm going to show y'all tonight. It's a lot.
Have you or your representatives identified any Epstein file content that has been misinterpreted online to revive those claims? And what steps, if any, have you taken to clarify?
Again, object on the ground of
I think that this is all very
speculation.
reasonable.
Well, first of all, I don't follow the crazy conspiracies.
Always open. You're right. You're talking about Clinton. He sure did. I can't wait to get to him. I cannot wait to get to him. Hillary had some moments, but Bill, whew, boy, he can't hide no facial expressions. He don't know how to hide nothing. Nothing, y'all.
Stories that are online. I regret that anybody does. I find it quite sad, but also disturbing that people would believe some of what is put forth, like Pizzagate. So I have taken no steps to review anything that might have any connection to something which I think is totally bogus.
We can all agree, I think, that Jeffrey Epstein was a monster, that he was empowered or enabled by Ghislaine Maxwell. I think we can all agree with that, correct?
I can't characterize their relationship. I think you can agree that he committed crimes. He was not fully held accountable for them, which could have stopped his predatory practices, perhaps, that continued for quite some time.
And I'm going to show y'all where she got caught in lies. When it came to Lutnik definitely went to Jeffrey Epstein and asked for money for her campaign. I'm telling you, she danced around this answer, y'all.
Afterwards, and then he was finally indicted for serious crimes, and he was in prison, and then he mysteriously died. Mm-hmm. And with her, she was, finally indicted, tried, and convicted. And I think you have to look at it in the chronological way in which it unfolded.
Yeah.
And finally, do you think that Donald Trump should be deposed by this committee?
Absolutely. I was a lawyer.
No, I totally agree with her. There's a lot of things that I did agree with, but a lot of things I'm like transparent. I don't think so. You guys are ducking. I don't want to call them liars. I really don't, but.
And as a lawyer, you would look for pattern and practice. If you were deposing a witness in a case that you were trying, if you were in court, what did you know about this person? What you knew could influence how you questioned that person, how you tried the case. Donald Trump has been held civilly liable for sexual assault by a jury of his peers. 9 members of a jury found him liable in the sexual assault of E. Jean Carroll. That is behavior. That fits a pattern if one were looking for a pattern. He has also been convicted on 34 felony counts for attempting to hide his relationship with an escort and then to commit business fraud to prevent it from becoming public in the 2016 campaign, which was ultimately election interference. So if I were running the committee or I were involved.
And I'm not going to lie, gang, based off of these depositions, I feel like we're never going to get the truth.
In this investigation, I would be looking for people who maybe had some prior conduct that might be relevant to either money or crimes. And yes, I think that it would be in keeping with the scope of the investigation of this committee to set up a deposition with.
They could bring them all in and question them. We're not going to get the truth, y'all.
President Trump, I know he's been deposed many, many, many times. He's taken the Fifth Amendment many, many hundreds of times. So I'm not saying you're going to get a lot of information. But given what's in the files and given past and prior conduct, he would be on my witness list. Information.
She said he would be, but would her husband be on the witness list? would her husband be on the witness list? Oh, boy.
Okay. I went to the fundraiser to support my friend Nia Lowy.
All right.
Excuse me, can I interrupt?
Crash
I have
out.
There are
another
photos that are being released of the secretary as she is testifying from inside this room. Can you please advise me as to whether or not that's permissible and consistent with the rules, particularly given that we have asked for a public hearing? If there are photos that are being released of the secretary as she is testifying, can you please explain how that
I'm done
can
with
occur?
this. If you guys are doing that, I am done. You can hold me in contempt from now until the cows come home. This is just typical behavior.
We will go off the record.
Oh, for heaven's
So I would like
sake.
to understand how that's permissible.
Before the hearing was,
It doesn't
Excuse
matter.
me.
We all are abiding by the same rules.
I will take that down.
Yeah,
So I
well,
would like to take a break at this
Yeah,
moment. I'd like to have.
This is the first crash out. Hillary was straight thugging it in this courtroom. This is the first well, this is one of many.
done for now.
Go off the record. Go off the record.
You ain't
Let me
noted.
back up. President Clinton took trips on Mr. Epstein's jet. Is that correct?
Look at her facial expression, gang. Look at her. She knows what her husband was doing. She know it.
Yes.
Would you consider offering a private jet as a donation in kind to the foundation?
Well, I don't know what the rules are under the 501c3 regulations, but it was certainly a gift. And he was, one of a number of people who provided transportation so that Bill could do the work he was.
Y'all want to know how many times Bill was on that jet? Y'all want to know how many times Epstein was at the White House? Make sure y'all keep y'all butts in here.
Doing.
Look at that. Look at that. I don't care what nobody say. Hillary was triggered as hell. She thinking about all those affairs Bill had right here. Look at that face, y'all. Look at that. And before I get into Bill, I'm going to show y'all who his son is. I'm going to show you his son's mother, which she was drug addicted and she was a prostitute. I'm going to show y'all.
When you saw photos of your husband in a hot tub laying on a beach and getting massaged by other women, and you knew that Jeffrey Epstein was involved in some of these trips and these things, did it concern you at all?
I'm here not to offer my opinions. I'm here to answer specific questions to the best of my ability.
When you saw your husband in these photos with a young woman being massaged, what went through your mind?
I am not going to speculate.
That's what I'm saying. How are you speculating off of a feeling? She asked her, how did you feel? What is she talking about? I'm not going to speculate.
You didn't have any feelings about young women massaging your husband.
I am not going to offer opinions or speculation about anything that I have no context for and was not there.
After you learned that Jeffrey Epstein was convicted of sex crimes with kids,
Charisma, you got it right, baby. 17 times.
any of these photos of your husband with women being massaged on the beach, did it concern you?
I have no context for even answering that question. And I think, obviously the innuendo, all the rest of it.
I'm asking a black and white question. I'm not putting any leading statements into it or adjectives. Did you do anything to determine what was happening in those images or on those trips that once you saw these photos, once you realized Jeffrey Epstein was a convicted sex offender of children, did you do anything to determine what was happening on these trips with your husband?
I don't find any of your questions to be.
That question right there. Once you guys found out, and like I said, Bill had an extensive relationship with this man, and you're talking about the DOJ hiding stuff. What did y'all do? What did y'all do? They did nothing. Nothing.
Relevant to the investigation.
What is relevant if a former president was traveling around with young women?
Well, you'll have a
alone
chance.
with them?
You'll have a chance to talk to him tomorrow.
You said this morning you did not solicit funds from Jeffrey Epstein, correct?
That's absolutely correct.
Did anyone solicit funds from Jeffrey Epstein on your behalf?
Not that I'm aware of.
Did you ever invite?
I don't even think she feel like she above the law. I think she's just over it. You know how many years she put up with this, decade she put up with this man's mess? A lot. A lot. I think it was from probably day one.
Jeffrey Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell to any of your
About at all.
and
what
then
she
how do
was
you know
doing.
Howard Lutnik?
I know
No,
Howard
pay
Lutnick
attention, y'all. This
because
is
when
the part
I
right
was
here. Howard Lutnik, the liar, the one that's been on the island, the one that said that Jeffrey Epstein was disgusting, the one that said he cut ties. I believe that he went to Jeffrey Epstein and asked him for money for Hillary's campaign. I don't care what nobody say. She danced around this. Pay attention, y'all.
senator, on 9/11, the firm he headed, Cantor Fitzgerald, suffered the greatest loss of life. As I recall, something like 650 of his employees were murdered by terrorists that day. Howard Lutnick missed being a victim because he was delayed dropping
know
his
that. I
child
asked
off
her.
to
Yeah.
kindergarten. You asked the question.
She deflecting, y'all. That's not what she going way back to the beginning. Just say the answer.
I'm going to answer your question.
Now you're gonna yell
This
at
was
me?
what I spent
You're
my
going to-
Crash out number 2, gang. Diamond gang. Look at this. She's unhinged.
time doing.
I'm a
I
survivor
spent
trying to look out for other
Well,
survivors trying to
and
get to the
I
bottom
was
of it.
taking care
You
of
waited
the
6
people
months
who
to
lost
get here today.
3,000
6 months,
lives
and now you're being
at World
defiant
Trade
and
Center.
indignant today.
You asked me
I
about
have met
Howard
with Epstein
Lutnick.
survivors. I'm a survivor myself. You have emails. You've denied that Jeffrey Epstein, that you tried to get Jeffrey Epstein to give money to you.
I did
but
not.
Howard Lutnick was
If you
used
have
to
an
get
email
money.
with me asking Jeffrey
I
Epstein
have
for
an
money,
email from Howard Lutnick sending it to Jeffrey Epstein and his people.
So you mean to tell me I'm going to ask someone for thousands and thousands of dollars, right? And like, okay, my girl Meek Cruz is in the chat. I'm going to go to this individual and ask for $200,000 and not let Meek know. BS. She knew Lutnick was asking Epstein for that money.
I don't know about
an event, an intimate event for you at his offices
Well,
at Cantor Fitzgerald. You're
look,
going to sit
if
here
you-
today
if you would let me finish.
and obfuscate and say to this committee, you didn't try to get money from Jeffrey
I
Epstein when
I
there was an intimate event
Come on,
in
man.
an email that Howard Lutnick emailed to Epstein's people and Epstein to get him to come to your intimate event.
Put a 1 in the chat if y'all believe Hillary. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all know she telling a lie. If your opinion, you think that she's telling a lie. There's no way.
At Cantor Fitzgerald, a very small event. And so I'm not going to public. You want to yell at me, that's fine, but I'll yell right back.
Well,
okay? I am looking out for
it's
survivors.
very-
I'm
That's
doing
right,
the job
y'all.
that you
She's
would
telling a
not
lie.
do and refuse to do as Secretary of State. Thank you, and I yield back to
No,
Congresswoman.
I'm going to finish. All
No,
right.
you're not.
Excuse me, can I interrupt?
I have
There are
another.
photos that are being released.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all.
this-
I'm sorry. I got this part in here twice.
Secretary, as she is testifying from inside this room, can you please advise me as to whether or not that's permissible and consistent with the rules, particularly given that we have asked for a public hearing? If there are photos that are being released of the secretary as she is testifying, can you please explain how that
I'm
can
done with
occur?
this. If you guys are doing that, I am done. You can hold me in contempt from now until the cows come home. This is just typical behavior.
We will go off the record.
Oh, for heaven's
So I would like
sake.
to understand how that's permissible.
She cut
It
up.
doesn't
y'all.
matter. We all are abiding by the same rules.
I will take that down.
Yeah,
So I
well,
would like to take a break at this
yeah,
moment. and I'd like to have
I'm
a
done
conversation.
for now.
Go off the record. Go off the record.
All right, y'all. We getting ready to get into bills. But before we get into bills, I'm going to show y'all who his son is. And when I say Hillary been through some things, she been through some things. His name is Danny Lee Williams Jr. Put a 1 in the chat if you ever heard that Bill had an illegitimate son by a black woman. Put a 1 in the chat. Some of you may know, and some is right there. Hold on. I'm watching the screen. I'm going to let it catch up. Here he is. That is him. Tell me that man don't look like him. Tell me that man don't look like him. Down to the tooth. Down to the tooth. Let's go, y'all. There goes mother with a picture of Bill. With a picture of Bill, Diamond Gang. Hold on, I'm waiting for it to catch up. There goes mom. Let's go.
That I am Bill Clinton's son. It was common knowledge. Everyone in Arkansas knew. Everywhere I went, they point, this Bill Clinton's son right there. He looked like him, don't he? The ears, the mouth, the chin, the teeth, the eyes, the nose. I see him in me. You can see a black Bill Clinton. When I brush my hair, I can see Bill Clinton with waves in his head. I always felt bad about him not wanting.
Diamond Gang, that's what Bill would look like if he was black. I swear, that's his son. Allegedly. Allegedly.
Be in my life. Was it because I was black? Was it something wrong with me? Why he don't want to be a part of me? It made me think of even sometimes suicide. It's not fair, and it has been hurtful. That he still refused to acknowledge me. Well, time was very hard.
But peep this, y'all. Somebody used to drop off Christmas gifts in money. And the person that was doing this said that they were.
My mom was a working girl on the streets. She was heavy on drugs.
My name is Lutnik and
Occasions where she was threatened.
She and leave them alone because we're going to come up next.
She was also pushed out a 2-story window where she got a metal plate in her foot. To this day, she still feels
sorry, it's a little low.
Speaking.
This is old footage.
In fact, my mother did receive 7 $100 bills a month in the mailbox.
Yeah, it is.
Christmas that was delivered to
Tanya
my
Jones, it
by
is.
state troopers.
Shame on Bill.
So
I know that's right,
he
Tracy.
was trying to be a part of my life. And then when he became president, everything stopped.
You hear that? Sorry, it's low. He said they were getting 7 $100 bills and gifts. And then when he became president, the gifts and money stopped.
1995, when my father was president of the United States, the state of Arkansas put us in foster care. I lived in foster homes. It made me feel horrible because I know his child, Chelsea, was well taken care of, and we was house to house, hungry at nights. And to know that my father was the president,
this
hurt.
Is sad.
Try to imagine that your own father refused to love you, refused to say that you exist. Knowing who my father was and that he was so close yet so far away made my pain unbearable.
There you go, right there. There go the man. Arkansas State Trooper confirms delivering Christmas presents to Danny Williams. So that state trooper said, yeah, we were delivering things to his house. That's him when he was little. And that's the state trooper, y'all. So can you just imagine all of the things that Hillary...
Are you Bill Clinton's son? I feel I am. I know I got, looking like him, and much as I've known all my life, he's supposed to be my daddy, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel like I am, but I do need the legitimate test to prove it. So yeah.
Bill won't take it. It's like Jay-Z's
so
son.
When did you first become aware of the story, like surrounding your connection to Bill Clinton? Right, since a youngster, I mean, like I said, I got aunties and uncles, you know what I'm saying? My mom, sisters and brothers. My mom's sisters raised me, so they always told me who I was and who my father was. Plus, it was known around Little Rock, you know what I'm saying? So everywhere I went, people like, oh, that's Bill Clinton's son, you know?
Everybody in Little Rock, Arkansas know that this man is Bill's son. This is crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So I was aware of it. Like I said, he didn't make president until 93. I was born in 85, so by that time I was 8. So yeah, I was aware of who I was. Got you.
All right, y'all, we can ready to bring up Big Bill in his deposition. Y'all ready? This man was cheesing, smashing in his deposition.
Right up in
Hold
my
on.
goddamn
Let me
Florida
stop
condo,
this.
going upside my head, bitch.
All right, let me go back to my list. I'm sorry, y'all. He was smiling at old pictures. I mean, he couldn't hide it. Like he missed the old days with Jeffrey Epstein. I was like, wow. All right, let me pull up Bill's clip. And I got as many as I possibly could. All right, here we go. Let's go.
First question I have for you, Mr. President. Have you ever lied in a deposition?
No.
Have you ever lied while under oath?
No.
Submitted to the record.
So that was the first lie. They asked him, has he ever lied in a deposition? And I'm going to take it back, gang.
First question I have for you, Mr. President. Have you ever lied in a deposition?
No.
Have you ever lied while under oath?
No.
Submitted to the record, we have a...
Now, if y'all could remember, I did a live stream on Zorro Ranch, and I told y'all about the artwork that was in there. I told y'all about this painting right here. I told y'all about this painting. Watch Bill. Just listen to him. He claims if he would have known that Jeffrey Epstein had this artwork of him in his Zorro home, that ranch that they're investigating right now, he wouldn't be here today. I don't think that's true.
A painting that seems to be of you, Mr. President, found in one of Jeffrey Epstein's residences, wearing a
look at his face.
Categorize it as a famous blue dress worn by the White House intern Monica Lewinsky. And I have this image here. This image is being passed around. So, Mr. President, we are looking at an image of a portrait that is looks to be you, Mr. President, in this blue dress. Can you describe this painting? And
He doesn't need to describe the painting. You just gave him a picture. What's your question?
my question is, are you familiar with this painting? Have you ever seen it in person?
I've never seen it in person.
Do you know why someone would paint this?
Are you asking him to
Objection.
speculate?
That's calls for speculation. You can ask the artist.
His attorney is a beast. However, she couldn't protect him.
And if I had known Jeffrey Epstein had this painting, it would have saved me this whole day.
Look at that. He's looking at old pictures. Look at him. Look at him, y'all. Look at him. Smiling. Look at him. Look at the lawyer. Look at that. Memories for him. He's smiling, y'all. Smiling at these pictures. In the beginning of this live, I said he can't hide nothing. Nothing. That tells it all right there. They smiling at old pics and flicks.
Okay.
Mr. President, we have about...
She literally had to snatch it off of him. She literally tried to snatch it off of him.
Okay.
Mr. President, we have about 5 minutes remaining in the majority's first.
Like, what's so funny? What is so funny about that? Nothing. He like, yeah, baby. Like, yeah. Like, I remember that night. Like, come on, Bill. Like, this is insane, Diamond Gang. Insane. It is, Tracy. It's gross.
First hour. So I just want to ask you some questions related to the crimes committed by Mr. Epstein and Ms. Maxwell.
Mr. President, were you ever aware or engaged in any of these sexual orgies?
Are these on the island where he's testified that he's
No,
not
ma'am,
been on the
I
island?
was never on the island.
Who believe he was never on the island? Stop it. He needs to stop it.
Were you ever on any island in the Virgin Islands?
To travel for a trip with his wife, which is on the public record? I'm
With
sorry,
Jeffrey
what's your-
You said he having flashbacks like Hillary did. Stop, y'all. I gotta focus. I don't know why I'm looking at this chat.
question?
No.
You were never in the Virgin Islands
In the Virgin
Islands
Islands with Jeffrey Epstein, no.
Okay, thank you.
Do you think a young girl massaging a president is unusual?
So are you asking his opinion?
Well, he
You're
was
asking his
massaged by
opinion?
a young woman. I'm asking if he thinks it's unusual that a president, sitting president of the United States, leader of the free world, that
So
it's
I'm sorry.
unusual.
Are you speaking to, are you talking to the instance of not president? Trying to make sure we're correcting the
Are you
time frame.
filibustering?
No, I don't need
Okay.
to. I'm actually trying to make
I
sure
think
that
I'm
as
pretty
you,
clear. He said
you said he was a sitting president.
Excuse me, could we just?
He's been shaking. He was shaking the entire deposition. I don't know if it's Parkinson's. Something's going on with him, y'all. His health wise. I know he's getting old, but every time he goes to sip or drink something, he's literally shaking. It could be the beginning of Parkinson's.
You said a sitting
something.
president. I want you to be clear so that when he answers
Former
you,
sitting
the record is
president,
clear.
is it unusual?
I have no idea if it's unusual.
Objection calls for speculation.
I figured. Did you ever think that all these women around Jeffrey Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell was odd, unusual, weird, or creepy?
There weren't all that many around when I was there.
How many would you say is all not?
Who believe that? I don't care what nobody say. Bill is keeping it cool. He know what Trump did. He know what he did. And he hoping and praying that Trump don't rat him out. I don't care what nobody say.
All that many.
I think on this big plane that was working long hours, having 2 to 4 people on there, I thought was, as far as I knew, they were all helping.
Flight attendants in tank tops and jeans, right?
No,
What did happen, Mr. President?
I don't know. I mean, I've already told you this. I'll tell again. I never saw anybody do anything wrong. I thought they were flight attendants.
Pay attention to this. What flight attendants, just pay attention to what he say.
Do flight attendants typically wear tank tops and jeans?
They don't all wear uniforms on private planes.
Yes, sir.
What do they wear? Birthday suits? What do they wear? Birthday suits? This dude is unbelievable, man. He's a freak.
Have you ever
Look at this.
had
Laughing.
contact with an individual by the name of Shantae Davies?
I believe Shantae that's a distinctive name, and so I think that was the name.
I told y'all, I just showed y'all who his son was by, a black woman, allegedly, Shantae, but she's not. She's white, but that name is distinctive, and you would think that she was, but she's not. Let's go.
Of one of his flight attendants.
Okay. She's been described on being on a 2002 Africa trip and providing massages. Was she or any other young female on that trip underage at that time?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Did you ever receive a massage or have physical contact from her or anyone else on that trip?
You've seen the pictures. There was one time when I was sitting up and I got her back.
You see this? There was no way for him to lie because there is a picture of him getting a back massage.
From the network.
Okay.
And I think Shantae did it, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
And what we're trying to get at is some context for the public on whether you remember this photo.
Into
And
that
any details
infamous
we
photo
will
of him
provide
in
us.
that pool or hot tub or whatever it was.
All right. So do you recall the details of this photo, recall the photo being taken?
No, I don't think I ever knew the photo was taken.
Okay, and
Now he said he
for those
never
who
knew
can't
that
see
the
it, it's
photos
a
was
photo.
taken. I told y'all at Zorro Ranch, there was cameras everywhere. They had 2 large rooms set up just for the cameras. Okay. He said he didn't know. For some reason, I believe him. Epstein has stuff on everybody here. So when Mad Day come, yeah, he got him.
You in a hot tub. There's a person next to you here. Do you remember where it was taken? Is it Where was it taken?
I'm almost sure that this pic, and I think there's an adjacent photograph, which you probably have, that if people saw it, they would feel that someone was trying to con them showing this picture. But anyway, this picture was taken in Brunei. And we flew one night. On a trip to.
You said we, is it, who is that including?
Well, my TIL team that was working
Thank you.
on the AIDS issue, and Mr. Epstein was there, and Miss Maxwell. But anyway, we got to the end of the flight was Brunei. It's a tiny place, but a very wealthy one. And the Sultan of Brunei was a man that I had gotten to know well in my.
Do y'all see how detailed he is in this answer? He's very detailed. So when he hit you with the I don't know or I can't remember, lies.
8 years as president. And his first involvement with international matters was basically to join the Asian Pacific Economic Leaders Conference, which I started and which he attended. And so, and then he was very proud of that. And he hosted, his time came to host it. You know, you do these things in a rotation. And it came at either at the very end of my term or maybe the next year. Anyway, he wanted, when he knew I was coming, and he said he wanted to help me with my AIDS initiative, and he's invited me to stay there. And he said, I want you to stay at this hotel, and I hope you.
Busy setting these men up. I mean, Jeffrey was a beast setting them up.
Will use the pool. So I did. And then I got out and went to bed exhausted.
Just for the record, there's another picture that also shows this as part of the larger pool area. Do you all have that so that he can refresh his recollection with respect to that?
You should have it. It's quite enlightening. If you watch this.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
It's noted.
It'll give you a different feel.
Thank you.
Okay.
We don't have it with us right now.
Okay,
We do.
thanks. I just wanted to make sure he knew the.
And so were there other people in that pool or hot tub with you as well?
I don't think there's anybody in the hot tub. I didn't forgotten that there was anybody in the hot tub, but it was big, but it was about.
Well,
He's asking in the pool
It appears
area.
this photo, there's a girl over here, or there's someone.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
But he's also asking in the pool area whether other
Yes,
individuals.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, so you don't know?
No, and then there were other people in the pool.
Okay, so do you remember were they under 18? Would you know? No.
Were they part of your traveling party? He's asking you.
That's another thing. How would he know how old they are? How would he know that?
Yes, they were, I think. I think everybody there was part of our party. It was late at night or late-ish. And I also believe that there was a Secret Service agent there at the other end of the pool.
Okay, and was this in public?
He's saying that like
No, it was a hotel room, and
he's saying that secret agent was there, like it's saying something. Half of the daggone government is corrupt. They all was there. They all was dealing with Epstein. What does that make? It doesn't make a difference.
the Sultan wanted us to stay there, and the water of this big pool was on the same floor that there were several suites, and so we went out. I swam around. I sat in the hot tub for 5 minutes, or whatever it was, and I got up and went to bed.
And then I have to ask this: did you engage in any sexual activity with this person? Okay, thank you.
Okay. And that ends this round, and we can go off the record.
Ever witness Mr. Epstein sexually abuse or assault young women or girls?
No.
Now I want y'all to pay attention. He protects Jeffrey Epstein to the fullest, only for Jeffrey Epstein to turn around and say some crazy mess about him. Pay attention.
Did you ever witness Mr. Epstein receive massages from young women or girls?
Not that I recall.
Did Mr. Epstein ever discuss sexual acts of any kind with you?
No.
Did you ever have any sexual contact with young women or girls in the presence of Epstein or Maxwell?
No.
Did you ever have sexual contact with any young woman or girl introduced to you by Epstein or Maxwell?
No.
In the Epstein cases that Epstein said, you quote, like them young. Why would
Bingo, right here. Epstein said he likes them young. Pay attention to his answer, gang.
Epstein say that about you?
Are you asking his opinion? You're asking him to think about why Mr. Epstein would say
Correct.
something about him?
Why would Epstein say that
So
about
she's
the
asking you
president?
to try to be in Mr. Epstein's mind and guess at what Mr. Epstein would have thought about.
Clinton likes them young, referring to girls.
First of all,
He thought for a minute, how should I answer this? How should I answer this question?
that's not true.
What's not true?
That I have any interest in underage.
I didn't say underage. I said young.
But it's still not true.
Is an intern young?
Yes.
Okay.
At my age, anybody young.
Right. Is an intern young? Monica Lewinsky? Let's talk about it.
Did you know Jeffrey Epstein instructed a witness to deny you were ever on his island?
He didn't have to since I was never there.
Did you ever travel to Zorro Ranch?
Is that the one in New Mexico?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Have you ever flown on anyone else's private jet 26 times or more for overseas trips?
Here we go, y'all.
I have flown as many miles on other jets, but never with as many stops.
How many other people's planes have you used, like Epstein 26 times or more?
He used Epstein's plane 26 times, damn it, gang. 26 times. This made him look worse. Ugh.
Miles, etc.
I don't know. I did with Steve Bing, who's now deceased, and probably with 4 or 5 others.
Okay. So maybe about a half dozen billionaires total. So how many dinners did you have with Ghislaine Maxwell or Jeffrey Epstein in attendance?
Y'all see that? He is shaking so bad. Something is going on with his health.
She's asking to the best of your recollection.
I have no idea.
Okay. Did you ever discuss sexual misconduct allegations made against you with Epstein or Maxwell?
Never.
Did Epstein or Maxwell ever offer to help manage or silence women who made sexual misconduct allegations against you?
No.
Did Epstein or Maxwell ever offer financial support directly or indirectly to legal defense funds related to impeachment proceedings or civil actions against you?
Not to my knowledge.
Do you think a young girl massaging a president is unusual?
So are you asking his opinion?
Well, he
You're
was
asking his
massaged by
opinion?
a young woman. I'm asking if he thinks it's unusual that a president, sitting president of the United States, leader of the free world, that
So
it's
I'm sorry,
unusual.
are you speaking to, are you talking to the instance of the?
Yes, is it unusual?
Look at his face, y'all. Like he's so appalled.
The back massage that occurred while he was not president? I'm just trying to understand. You said a president of the United States?
Former president.
Thank you. Just trying to make sure we're correcting the
Are you
time frame.
filibustering?
No, I don't need
Okay.
to. I'm actually trying to make
I
sure
think
that
that's
as you.
pretty clear. He said
You said he was a sitting president.
Excuse me, could we just please go one at a time?
Thank you.
You said a sitting president. I want you to be clear so that when he answers
Former
you,
sitting
the
president. How
record
do
is
you want to
clear.
do it? Is it unusual?
Mr. President, do you recognize this
I do.
letter? And for the record, does this appear to be your handwriting and
It
signature?
is.
Diamond Gang, this is a letter that he wrote Jeffrey Epstein that he claims he was instructed. He was asked by someone he can't remember. I don't believe him. I don't. Let's go.
And why did you write this letter?
Why did I? Because I was requested to contribute a nice letter for his birthday book.
And who asked you to write the letter?
I don't remember.
Would Miss Maxwell have
I
asked
don't
you?
know. I think someone on my staff asked me.
Now, there's a word that our committee has not been able to identify, and in our defense, the Wall Street Journal has not been able to identify.
Imagine being on his staff.
Can you please read the letter for the record?
Yes. It's reassuring, isn't it, to have lasted so long across all the years
Listen,
of
y'all.
learning and knowing, adventures and errors, and still to have your childlike curiosity, the drive to make a difference, and the solace of friends.
He said solace of friends. He said errors. So it's like they're going to get him on this one. What do you mean errors? What do you know that Jeffrey Epstein did? Where did he mess up at?
Not a bad letter.
And because we haven't been able to identify that word until now, what did you
Which
mean?
word was it that you could not?
Solace, you couldn't.
No,
Error.
errors.
Errors.
Where
What
do
did
you
I
refer-
mean? Anybody who's lived 50 years and done anything has made mistakes as well as progress and done things.
But for the record, you weren't referring to errors in judgment that Mr. Epstein had related to his inappropriate activities involving.
Absolutely not. I knew nothing about that.
Trying to establish if Jeffrey Epstein was a foreign or potentially even a domestic.
Now, this is the part I definitely believe Jeffrey Epstein. I believe he was a spy. I do.
Asset of some kind. Do you have any reason to believe that he was trying to seek access to classified materials, intelligence reports, or sensitive government information?
No, I knew nothing about this story until it came up. I was glad to see that picture of the
Yes. And Mr.
passport.
President, sorry to interrupt you. Mr. President, since knowing Jeffrey Epstein,
I believe the Prince. I believe Bill Gates. I believe Bill Clinton. I believe they were giving him information.
and knowing that he had visited the White House, were there any conversations from your associates, any White House staff, or anyone familiar with the meetings that said he was seeking detailed information about government relationships?
Does that question relate to back in the day or now? What's the time of the question?
I'm asking, since you have been aware, any time since after you were aware that Jeffrey Epstein visited the White House 17 times, has
Jeffrey Epstein was at the White House 17 times. For what? 17 times. His relationship is just as shady as Trump's with Jeffrey Epstein.
Has there been any conversations with anyone that you are aware of that Jeffrey Epstein was seeking sensitive government information?
She's asking to the best of your recollection.
To the best of my knowledge, no.
Were you personally aware that Jeffrey Epstein visited the White House 17 times during your presidency?
At the time it happened?
Yes.
No, at the time it happened, I was not.
Do you know?
Come on. How did you not know this man has been to the White House 17 times while you were president? How do you not know? This deposition made Bill look horrible.
So Jeffrey Epstein never asked to meet with you personally in the White House while you were president during those 17 visits?
Not to my knowledge.
Mr. President, there's been new information that has come out regarding the autopsy of Mr. Epstein. I was just like,
in this part right here, you could tell their relationship. They had a very tight relationship. You could see the emotions in Bill.
I'd like to ask you personally and directly, do you believe that Jeffrey Epstein killed himself?
Are you asking him to speculate on how Mr.
President thinks
So you're asking his opinion?
Mr. President, was your friend Jeffrey Epstein
Are you
suicidal?
classifying him as a friend who he has testified that he was
has called
friendly?
him a friend in a letter.
He said he was friendly, but not. you've
That's
asked for his
not
testimony.
friendly. That the relationship they had was not friendly. They were friends.
Mr. President, do you believe that Jeffrey Epstein was suicidal?
Do you know?
Was he ever
She's asking for the
suicidal?
best of your
I
understanding.
don't know. I only know what the medical finding was. I think maybe
That's it.
he finally got caught, and I don't know.
He knows.
I've accepted it in my own mind. I don't know what happened,
Mr. President, what did you accept? That he killed himself or that he did not?
but he did. But I don't know.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Neither
Mr.
do you.
President.
We don't. None of us know. We weren't there.
Mr. President, it's been an honor. Thank you.
Thank you. I wanted to support it. So he didn't.
Now, this is what's going on with him and Trump. I saved this part for last and the message for the survivors for last, gang. And then I'm going to take comments.
Donald Trump gave him the golf course in New York to have a tournament on, and I played in it a couple of times. And the day I was there, he would typically, Donald Trump would come out and play a few holes with us. And he somehow knew I had flown in Jeffrey Epstein's aircraft, and he said, you know, we had some great times together over the years, but we fell out, all because of a real estate deal.
Bingo. This is where he contradicts what Trump said. Trump said they fell out about some females at Mar-a-Lago. Bill Clinton right here, clear as day, said it was a real estate deal. Who's lying? Who's telling the truth? But watch, because towards the end, he's going to try to clean this up. Let's go.
And he said, I'm sorry it happened. That's all.
Do you recall whether President Trump was the first one to affirmatively bring up the subject of Jeffrey Epstein?
No, but I'd be shocked if I did. I just don't do that. I hate this, but because I don't believe I should inject any.
This is the cleanup, y'all. He can ready try to clean this up.
But I do not want to leave the impression, but since there was no follow-up question, the president never, this is 20-something years ago, never said anything to me to make me think he was involved in anything improper with regard to Epstein either. He just didn't. That's the truth. As I said earlier, the only conversation I had with President Trump about this was in the early 2000s. And I have no information that he did anything wrong. I just want it all out there. I want everybody to get it all out there and let everybody see where we are.
I'm short on time. What I'll describe in both these exhibits is that your name appears in FBI tip sheets as having attended parties in Jeffrey Epstein's presence in which sexual activities were occurring. Did you ever attend a party of any kind or an event with Jeffrey Epstein in which sexual activities were occurring? Okay. And then finally, there will be many millions of people that watch this deposition. What would you like to say to the survivors directly?
That I hope this will produce a sense of finality. And I don't think that'll happen until the government starts holding on to all the records. I think that, the records should be released. And then I think that we need to come up with strategies to help people who can't get over this get better. But
who is we? Who is we? Majority of the we are part of the cover-up.
And the most important thing we do, I think, besides treat the victims right, is increase the guardrails that will set off alarm systems and stop other people from doing the same thing Epstein did.
That's it. Diamond Gang. Those are the clips. There is his son again, looking just like him. He said that Clinton refuses to get a DNA test, is what he said. How true that is, I have no idea. But that's his boy. His name is Danny Lee Williams Jr. He's done multiple interviews. For those that didn't know, now you know. That is his son. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take some comments from the chat, and then I'm going to close out. I appreciate everybody that came through this platform. I built this platform for people to have a voice. All opinions are respected. I do drop the link, and I will drop it tonight. If someone wants to add to this conversation, you are more than welcome. Just don't be disrespectful. That's all. Hold on, and I'm going to drop this link. I dropped the link the other day and someone came up here. He was an Iranian. And I was speaking on what was going on over there, and I learned a lot. So, all right, boom. Epstein lawyer was Obama's lawyer too. Look it up. I will. I will. Tell us your thoughts. Or I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I oh, okay. Got somebody on the stage. Let's go. Hey, we got Peanut on the stage. What's up, baby? Hey, hey.
Hey, you didn't tell me you were dropping it. You didn't tell me you was going live. I done
I'm
missed your last
sorry.
3 lives.
Let me
I'm
answer
so
this question.
disappointed.
I don't know nothing about that. I
I
couldn't
didn't,
tell you.
I didn't see that.
Okay.
I didn't see that because I'm not on the vertical side right now. But
It was good.
where is Monica? I got questions.
Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah, I got questions. You cannot tell me he was not pillow talking. Where is Monica?
I have no idea. I have
Monica
no
come out of
idea.
hiding. Monica, you wanted to be on everybody's TV back in the day when you was underneath the desk. Come out of hiding, Monica. We got questions.
She probably would know something. Maybe.
No, he was definitely pillow talking. You get behind the president's desk, you pillow talking. Because that
Yeah.
was that type of close relationship. Monica, we want to hear from you, boo. What you know?
There's no updates on her. There haven't been in years.
That part. And she know every mole of his body.
That's
So
crazy.
yeah, I need to hear from Monica.
EJ said, Monica said one cigar is enough. Hey, yeah.
That was my only thing. Like, where's Monica at today? Like, Monica had a whole lot to say back then, and
I
even
think
afterwards. And now she's just silent now that all this stuff is coming out. No, come back out, Monica.
no, Hillary probably took care of her. I think that this deposition made
It made Hillary look bad.
I don't think it made her look bad. You want to know why? And I
What you
went over that in
mean?
the beginning of the live. I think because she's been dealing with so much with Bill, I think it triggered her.
I
You know,
would
this
definitely
part of
be,
go
I
ahead.
would definitely be triggered as well,
Mhm.
because Yo Honey was out there sharing that peen with everybody, and now that peen is involved in little kids. So yeah, and you just faced not too long ago a major disappointment with losing to Trump. But I think
Yeah.
that's all a cover up. After this, she could never run again for any type of any. I don't mean to cuss, so I'm gonna pause myself. Any type of political office, she would never be able to run again because she would never be respected.
Yeah.
So even though she had the most mouth during that time, during his presidential spree or whatever you want to call it, because I don't think he took presidential to a different level when he had people underneath the presidential office desk. So even outside of that, she still was able to come back from that and
Yeah.
be taken a little bit more seriously. After this, she's done. And
Well,
she knows
listen,
it. So I think it's more so anger of everything, because here you are again, you embarrassed her because she ain't got nothing to do with it. It's him.
yeah. Well, to be honest with you, I feel like she knew. She just said, "Listen, do what you do, just don't embarrass me." And time again, he has.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, Diamond Gang, for the 48 that's in here, and I should have announced this, I need you guys to please grab a membership. I want to start doing members only live where we could get into some stuff. I try to keep it kind of clean. You know what I mean? But I want members only lives. Please just think about it. And if
That's gonna
not,
be so
at least,
good.
yeah, I want to get into a little bit, a little deeper to where, you know what I'm saying? And not have to like really worry. It'll be, so I'm getting ready to start pushing my memberships. But if
Yes,
not, gang, just
please do.
subscribe to the channel. I can't wait to do my first members only live. I definitely want to do
Let
uh
me let me see. What is? What is your goal? Your initial goal for members only?
I tried to pick $2.99, but it went to $3.99. That's the lowest it would let me go.
That might be the default thing. Yeah, that might be the default.
I tried it. I reset it a couple times. I want to look into it again because I'm willing to take it down to $2.99. I just got to figure out how. Because I selected $2.99. And when it was all done and over with, it jumped right back to $3.99. But I want to start doing members only. So we could just
I gotta reset it, but I promise by the end of the night, I'm gonna be a member of this channel.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I
Yeah,
can't wait to start doing them.
but no, what I was asking was not your fee charge, but how many members that you will want before you start your members only. That's what I was asking.
To be
Before you.
quite honest with you, I wouldn't care as long as it's a good subject. It's something trending, something good. I believe people. If there was only 10 members, I would do it. I
Okay.
wouldn't care.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to subscribe to the membership tonight. EJ has what is that? LA Taurus. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of secrets underneath that desk.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of secrets underneath that. I think that was him that said it. But EJ, or her, my apologies. I don't want to assume no gender. Don't cancel me in doggone 2026. It's too much going on. But EJ, I don't think she ever wanted to run again after losing to Trump. If you lose to Trump, that's a major disappointment. So
I
after
don't
losing
know.
that election, no, for her at her tender age, that was a major disappointment.
Yeah.
And then she can never come back after these Epstein files. And them releasing it in this time frame was definitely well planned out. And it was to keep her from running again. It was to keep her from trying to run again. Because she won popular vote. She just didn't win she just didn't win the electoral college. And even with that, with the electoral college, she should have won because she had popular vote. But what a lot of people don't understand is even though you have that, those people designated they don't have to go by the majority. They can go by however they feel. That's how we got Trump the first time.
And guys, guess what's getting overshadowed right now?
What's getting overshadowed?
Gnomes. They're trying to impeach her. Gnomes, is that how you pronounce her last name? The woman that's in charge of ICE, Christie.
Oh, they don't want nobody to pay attention to it.
Yeah. And you know what? I started to do something on it and I said, I can't.
I will wait until everything is done to
But they're in there, they're kicking her butt.
And
You
if you
think that
was,
Bondi was something else. I'm telling you.
Yeah, Bondi was a hot mess. Like when I came into everything, you caught me off guard with that one.
Yeah. This
Because I didn't,
deposition.
yeah. Because I
With
said I was
Christie.
gonna mind, I said I was gonna mind my business while Trump was in there. So my apologies, sis.
Oh no, it's all good. But this when Christy Gnomes, it's getting crazy. They want her gone. She bought this jet, these planes, and they're mismanaging the funds. Cash Patel with the drinking. I mean, this stuff is a mess. So I'm on the fence.
Yeah, we always known that they were mishandling funds. We've always known that from the beginning because they were cutting things here and there to finance another thing. So we already knew that they were mishandling funds. But as far as
I
covering
don't
that
know, Upgrade.
story, and in terms of covering that story, I would probably do a short on it and probably not cover it until it's done.
Yeah.
Because you'll be putting yourself in
There's so many
dangerous
good parts, though.
territories. Well, then you want to go for it?
Yeah, it's so many good parts. Probably no, because I don't know.
I mean, you can go for it.
Hold on, what you say? I need to plug all the holes in the mismanagement of funds that were going out on behalf of the Democrats, putting money in. They all do it. It's not just the Democrats.
They
It's
all
not
do
just
it.
the Democrats.
Why you think
Yeah.
why and that's the thing that I hate. When you start calling out Republicans, you'll have those, and I'm not even gonna call you conservatives. I'm gonna call you MAGA people. Because if you was a real conservative, you would know that both sides of the fence play dirty. You would know that both sides of the fence do things that benefit their pockets. At the end of the day, everybody's a politician. And when you start staying in these seats for 10, 15, 20, 30 years, you don't care about the average Joe anymore. All you care about is your pay. When the government shuts down, you should not be getting paid. Them troops and everybody else that's boots on the ground should not lose their pay.
Yeah.
Because I can't tell you how many government shutdowns I went through as a veteran that was active duty. I was worried about if I was going to get paid or not. And this time around, a lot of the active duty service members only got paid because of their bank, not behind the US government. When these people in the Senate, the House, and all these other jokers was getting paid. We still paying for President Trump's doggone security when folks were not getting paid. And let me tell you
Right.
another loophole that y'all won't thinking about. When he went on ahead and dispatched them to these doggone cities, deployed them to these cities like DC and everything else, talking about so much mass crime in the area, you know they weren't getting paid. I know someone personally who was not receiving a paycheck
Wow.
for being deployed to DC. For what? You were
That's
deploying troops
concerning.
to fight against American citizens, and they couldn't even do nothing. You had a lot of them
Right.
just picking up trash and cleaning up the city because
Well,
there was nothing else for them to do.
they asked Christy Nunes to speak to the families of Renee Good, Alex Preddy. Yeah, it's getting ugly. She, to me, she's acting like another Pam Bondi.
And she
That's what I say.
and she probably is. And she is most certainly going to probably be impeached because she's going to be the downfall of everybody.
They're trying. They're trying very
She's gonna
hard.
she's gonna be that scapegoat.
Yeah.
The media is not gonna pick it up, EJ, because he's silencing the media.
Yeah, because I was shocked when I seen, and I'm like, whoa, nobody's covering this. It blew my mind.
Like that one, if anybody can remember, that one National Guard lady that was unalived in DC, her boyfriend came out and told everybody that they broke up because she extended her time to stay in DC. She extended her time to stay in DC and she wasn't even really getting paid.
That's ridiculous.
Feeding them
That's what I'm
MREs
saying.
and all the other stuff. But to her, going from the National Guard rate to being active duty was a lot of money for her in that time, which made sense because when you come from National Guard to Reserve and now you're active duty pay, it's a significant jump, but it's not that much of a jump. It's really not, depending on your rank. It's not that much of a jump. And she extended because she just had like a regular job out here and she was going to be making more money in the military. And they stopped paying them.
That's
You
insane.
notice you don't hear about anybody being in DC anymore.
Right.
But yeah,
Ugh.
they was literally there picking up trash.
What?
Yeah, they was literally there picking up trash. Okay, so YG, we call it area beautification. And we do it every Easter and every Thanksgiving. You do area beautification of the post. That's what they were doing every day there because they were not allowed to enforce laws or do anything else. So they was just literally there just picking up trash and then going back to their hotel rooms.
That's terrible.
But
That's terrible.
nobody's talking about that anymore. What happened to them being deployed to DC, Chicago, or anything else like that? That was just a couple of months ago. We have
Yeah.
not heard anything else about that.
I thought their next stop was Ohio.
No, we have not heard anything else about that. We went straight from that to ICE, and now we're in preterm World War III.
This is crazy. I had a whole conversation about that the other day, and I mean, if I was trolled so bad, it was it was ridiculous in here. It was bad.
And I didn't know because
It was
I
so
didn't know
bad.
you was going live.
I
And
know.
if I'm on my phone playing the game, because I'm old, I'll be on my phone playing games, and I have game mode turned off. So,
EJ
or
said,
turned on.
what you're saying is shocking. These individuals put their lives at risk and don't get paid. Where's the advocates?
Seriously, look up that female because it was a female. I want to say she was white, but I don't want to assume her race. She was unalive during a pow pow that happened in DC. And her boyfriend came out and spoke about everything because they broke up about her extending her time in DC. And that's when everything came out. And you
EJ, you
had
said
other
protect
people
me.
that were speaking on it.
Wow.
Because, I mean, when you go from reserve and National Guard to active duty, there's a transitional period. And
Right.
your pay is in a different budget bracket. Like our pay as active duty is guaranteed. Well, I'm not going to say R anymore because I ain't in anymore. But the pay for active duty is pretty much guaranteed. When you bring on and activate the National Guard and the reserve units, that's a completely different pay bracket.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of them, they may have received back pay. I'm not exactly sure because coverage stopped. You didn't hear anything else about it shortly after that young lady was unalived in DC. You never heard anything else about him activating the National Guard to anywhere else. It went straight to activating ICE. And even ICE isn't even receiving their budget. What is it called? Their bonuses.
Oh, really?
No, they haven't received their bonus. Mm-mm. No, they mad. They've been speaking to the media about not receiving their bonus.
That's another thing that just faded out. It just faded.
Because they mad. And they probably not going to show up and probably going to do other things. And because, I mean, a lot of them already went to the media about how upset they were about not receiving their bonus. Because they
Wow.
received a sign-on bonus to join ICE. And
Wow.
evidently there was a sign-on bonus, and every so often they'll get another bonus.
Right.
But they haven't received any of their bonuses because they probably set it up like how it was with the military. Here is your overall bonus, and within your contract of every year, it's broken down, and you'll receive a portion. They haven't received any bonus whatsoever, so you're probably not gonna hear that much from ICE either.
Yeah.
But the
Well, they
ones that's
definitely go ahead.
but the ones that's local, they're still going to get paid. So you're still going to see them in your towns. But the ones that sign up to raid places like they have been raiding previously, you probably won't hear much of that anymore either.
It's crazy too because with Christy Nome, both parties, Republican and Democrats, they are attacking the mess out of her, and because it is a war going on, it's
I
it's,
mean,
it's not making much noise.
well, sis, all of them are also trying to secure their seat. You got primaries tonight.
Yeah.
We're going to find out who's going to be running against each other in the Democratic Party. So, of course, a lot of them are going to be silent tonight because they're worried about their jobs.
Yeah.
Of
Well,
course,
no, I'm not. The parties are speaking out. What I'm saying is, I'm not seeing much coverage on Christy Nome, even though they say she's trending right now. It's
Mhm.
saying she's trending heavy. Um, but the Republicans and Democrats, they're tearing her up. Before I went live, I was watching some of it. Like she's in a hot seat. They're trying to get her impeached. They want her gone.
I don't
So
know. I don't know what EJ means by that question. Would you know, sis?
Wait a minute. Can I ask about your background and why you don't share more, or perhaps I haven't heard you do so?
Share more about what?
Probably your military experience.
I thought I've always been vocal about my military experience. I'm a little confused. I
Best
thought,
day.
you.
Now saying how to meet.
Hey, stinker butt.
Well, we're an hour and a half in. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down. It's 10
I don't
o'clock.
know. Do you want to shut it down right now? Can we
Yes, I
let
gotta get up
EJ
at.
respond real quick?
Go ahead, you can respond.
Yeah, EJ. So I'm gonna respond. But the same person owns all the news networks. That's correct. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
respond to EJ and assume what he's saying because sis is tired. I wish I would have got the notification earlier and I wouldn't have been an hour late.
it's all good. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'll probably do a live maybe this week where it could just be a bunch of topics, you know.
Okay. So I don't want to take over my sis channel because this is her
No,
platform.
you gotta cut it because this live is strictly about what it's supposed to be about.
Okay. All right.
I don't want the
So
replay gang to come in and be like, "What
yeah,
is this?"
so I'm making it straight to the point because you know I'm a quick talker, so I'm gonna make it straight to the point. So I guess for me, I am prior military, just like YG is. She don't just come out here and market herself to be prior military, but she is as well. We're veteran sisters here, okay? Army
Amen.
hood.
I like that.
So
Amen.
amen hood. We got amen hood. So we got to do that on the end. But I've always made my military experience very vocal. And that's it. That's all. Like I may speak about it on my channel more, but I've always made it clear that I am medically retired from the military. I've always made that very clear. So I mean, it is what it is, and that is all. Cause sis
Mhm.
said I can't talk that much because she ready to hang up. So we got to pick up later, and she got to send me a link notification or something
Definitely.
whenever
I
she
mean,
get
you know
ready to go
what?
live.
I
Because she
promise y'all,
usually do. She usually
I
do,
will
but
do a
she
live with multiple topics.
usually sends
Multiple.
me the link, but she been doing real bad this
I
past weekend.
I thought you was taking an internet break. I didn't know.
I needed an internet. I did need one,
So I was just
but
like,
I'm still gonna be there to support you.
it's what
'Cause-
one person wants you to see. It is
yeah.
this is getting crazy. Like there is a lot going on. There's a lot going on. And some people believe that it is a distraction from these fouls. This is the biggest cover up that we'll ever see our lifetime.
And we
We'll
still
never
ain't got
see
on the
nothing like
war.
this again.
We still ain't got on the war because I'm telling you, sis, I'm about tired of my house shaking because of Fort Bragg.
Yeah, the war, that was a
I
tough
I
conversation.
can't even go to the doctor's office.
Now that live stream, I wish you was in. That
Oh
was
my
a
God.
tough. Yes, I had an Iranian hit my panel, and he
Oh,
was he was up here for a while,
I
and
gotta go
they
back.
love Trump. They love Trump. They love Trump. They love what he did for them. He said that their government was evil. I mean, he went.
He must have been extremely young because at no point is this gonna benefit your country in the long run. At no point.
I wish you would have been up there. Yeah,
You're
because who's
gonna
to say the
yeah.
next person could be worse?
Exactly. You're gonna be like South Korea and doggone Germany, and then want us out within 5 years because you think you got it now, and we ain't gonna never leave. Best wishes. This what you wanted, right? But go
Right.
ahead and end your life. I love you, sis.
I love you too. Thank you so much for coming up.
All right, love you. Hey.
I love you too.
All right, later, guys.
All right, later. All right, Diamond Gang. I'm at the end of the road. An hour, 30 minutes. I'm usually 45 minutes to an hour. So I went over 30, but it's all good. It's all good. I go live 3 times a week. Please subscribe to the channel. Turn your notifications on, Diamond Gang. I want to start. Remember, beautiful mods, and I will see you guys next time. I will see you guys next time. I'm out.
It's your under degrees. Sip with me. I'll pour it hot, so hot. I'll pour it sweet, so sweet. Spilling his tea, spilling and sipping his tea, spilling and sipping his tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's your under degree, feeling great, spilling tea. Have a seat and join me. Sip some tea, unwind with me. Let's grab a snack and talk some smack. I'm your girl, I got your back. I got the news, I got the views. I bet you can't wait, I know you can't wait to sip this tea. Sip this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling this tea. Sipping and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's your under degree, shining bright, set the stage. Hollywood dreams, red carpet scenes, glitter and glow, the secrets I know. Drama with flair, I serve it rare. I got the scoop, I got the proof. I know you can't wait, so come and escape and sip this tea.
Hit that light, y'all, on the way out.
Spilling this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling this tea, spilling this tea, spilling this tea,